today I'm back on the fields where I was on my last outing, the Georgian Gold Guinea permission and the plantation fields. Last week I found some really old cool stuff, proper old finds. I firmly believe there has to be some old silver in these fields, and I've only been on them once before, so today I'm going to have a right good old trek, a good exploration, and see if I can find some nice old silver. I'm feeling positive today. I'll be using the XP Deus 2. This time I'll be using the 13-inch big coil. I'm going to be using some deep settings as well, so I'm hoping to achieve a little bit of extra depth, you know, maybe an extra inch or two. And yeah, so let's see what we can find today with some deep settings and a big coil on this ancient landscape. So this is my first signal on the track that I'm going to dig. It's absolutely screaming loud. 88, look. And it looks like I've got a potential coin ball here. Let's get this out and have a look. Oh, look at that. Was not expecting that. First signal of the day. I've got a big penny there, look. That is absolutely brilliant. It looks to be in beautiful condition as well. It's either going to be George V. Yeah, I think it's going to be George V. And there he is, look. My boy, Mr. King George V. I don't mind that. That is a great start for today. So today I'm going to be using relic mode. I'm only going to make one adjustment, and that's turning disc IAR on 5. And that will get rid of all the mineralization and the iron. Using this setting though can be very hard work. It'll be a bit noisy, a bit chattery, a bit blippy, picking up all the bits. But you can turn this off. You can turn it down a little bit by increasing the reactivity. But with that you lose a bit of depth. That's iron, big iron. There's a lot of iron in this field. Now that's a signal that interests us. 64, look. Let's make a mark there and I'll come back to it because I've left my spade somewhere else. It's right there. Why am I digging with my finger? Oh, what on earth is that? It looks like a piece of a furniture fitting, but it's in remarkably good condition. It doesn't seem to have corroded or gone green or rotted away, but it's still going in the scrap. So this is the kind of signal that I'm looking for today. Just a little blip. Can you hear it? I'm getting some good numbers in there. 89, 90. Just to give you some comparison to Sensi FT, what I normally use. Still picking up, to be fair, look. Little squeaker that, innit? This is deep HC. So I'm digging that with all programs, aren't I? Nice, deep, round plug. It's out, but there's also iron in there as well. Let's get in there and have a look. Don't know what that is. Looks like a piece of old pot. I might keep that. Whatever it is, it's here. Oh my lord. I've got a funny feeling that that is a decorated spindle wall. See it? It's dome shaped, and there's a bit in the middle. It's 100% a decorated spindle wall. I might have just clipped it with my spade on the very edge. Look at that, it's absolutely brilliant. I've not found one of these in a long time. That is absolutely lovely. What a wonderful second find. That is a classic decorated Derbyshire spindle whorl. And a really nice find. Definitely a display piece for the cabinet. Really chuffed. This is the next target I'm going to look at with relic mode. Absolute screaming 76. Just there. Well, whatever it is, it's this. It just looks like a scrap piece of aluminium, I think. Does anyone know what these might be? Both about 6 inches down. High 80s kind of signal. They've got metal cores and plastics around. No idea what they are. One yellow, one red. This is the next one that I'm going to be looking at. Absolutely screaming 87, 86, 87. There's a bit of iron around it as well. For comparison, Sensi FT. 84, look. Whatever it is, it's in there. What is it gonna be? Oh man, I have no idea. It's a scrap. Can you see it? That was almost a heart attack moment, but I'm almost certain that it's a pewter button and not a hammered coin. There we go. Button. Never mind, maybe the next one will be a hammered silver coin. I was filming myself from up above with the drone. I picked up this little signal here, look, 51. It feels like it's got some depth to it. So I'm quite interested. Or whatever it is. It's there. One of these days, I'm going to pull out a tiny little gold ring. But for today, it's a button. Tiny little thing. We've done well to pick that out though, from 5-6 inches. Yep, that's cool, let's carry on to find something else. Let's find something better. This is my next signal. Listen to that, it's deafening. Has to be too good, surely. It's even a pretty damn good signal with Sensi FT, look. But let's have a look. Not really the kind of signal or target that we're looking for, but we don't mind. And have a look at this, I can see a coin already. It's looking like another pre-decimal, big penny. Oh God. Oh, it's Queen Victoria, look. It's looking to be very nice. Well, there she is, look, Queen Victoria, facing to the left. It's not in too bad condition, it's quite worn. The edges are just starting to crumble a little bit, like they do. And it's a very early one, look, 1860. That's as early as they come. So I'm very happy with that. Let's carry on. Tell you what, I almost didn't bring a jacket today. It's meant to be 14 degrees in spring today, but it's very cold up here. Seems to be windy constantly up here, so I'm pleased I got my jacket. So let's carry on, see what we can find. We need to find some old silver because that'd be absolutely great. As always, thanks so much for joining me today. I really appreciate it. I'd love it if you consider subscribing, hitting that subscribe button. Check out some of the videos. Got some awesome finds, some awesome videos. Lastly, let me know your name and where you're from, because I absolutely love hearing where you guys are from. It amazes me that people watch from places like Canada, Australia, India, America. It's absolutely brilliant. So yeah, let me know your name and where you're from. My name's Gareth and I'm from Derbyshire, England. Little pile of rocks up there. I'm not sure what that is or was or means. Don't think it's anything in particular. This is my next signal. 88, look. Sensi FT, no problem. Sensi FT, I just love it. It's just so much better. Just there. Seems to be something roundish. Ah, it's a button, look. But it doesn't matter, it's more signs of occupation up here in the middle of nowhere. Something else out of the ground, made of lead, round. Really don't know what that is or was. But it was obviously used for something because it's purposely cut round. Now this really interests me. got a 92 here, look. And then I've got another one here, look, which feels a lot deeper. I've got iron as well. Let's see if Sensi FT can pick these up and sort them out a bit better. It's almost like a double bleeper there, look. That really excites me. And the other one's just here. Picking out a squeak. So I went for the deeper, fainter one first, because I didn't want to lose it while I was digging the other one. Nice big plug. Look at that. Whoa. Wow. It's in the bottom of there still. Well, after some serious excavation, I've got it out. I've been caught out by a piece of iron, haven't I? Bit of iron in there as well. We'll have a good look around though, just in case. Well, I'm convinced there's nothing in there after all. So let's have a look at this one. Don't know why, but something about this tells me that it's going to be a silver spoon. There's only one way to find out, isn't there? I can see green. Just in between those two worms, look. But we don't mind it. It's going to be an old coin, isn't it? An old Georgian copper. Let's have a closer look at this. Clean her up and see what we've got. Well, I think it's George III. You can just about make him out facing to the right. An early one, sort of late 1700s. So you're looking at almost 250-year-old coin there. There's absolutely nothing to go out on the other half, on the other side, sorry, but it's what I'm looking for. Old Georgian history. There's got to be some silver on here, some old silver. Well, I've just had this out of the ground. It's a lead disc. It's got a hole in it. Maybe it was a pendant, unlikely, but who knows? It's impossible to know what these things are. When you find them, it's just a lead disc. So I just had the lead disc from about there somewhere. I've got another signal. It's exactly the same. 73. Incredibly loud. Let's have a look. Well, I've got it out. Whatever it is in here. It's a hell of a lot smaller than the lead disc. Oh. Oh man, what is that? It's a very... Oh, it's one of them things. I've found them before. Never know what they are. If anyone might know what these are, let me know. I finally had another signal, and it is a very loud one. 85. In comparison, Sensi FT 84. To me, it's got coin written all over it. Victorian penny, maybe. After a bit more investigation, there's two signals. We've got one here, look. And then one here. Two coins, has to be. As you can see, I've dug them both up. First one's there. What disturbed the soil and what do we... Oh, it is a coin, look. But what is it? I don't know. Scuffed it with my spade, look. I'm hoping it's only a Georgian farthing or something like that. Let's have a look at the other one and then we'll have a look at them together. Well, I thought I'd lost the other one and I found it next to the hole. It's not the same as the other one. It's a Georgian, which means the other one is a Georgian also. But it's very toasted and there's almost nothing on that one. So the second one is George II. Look, you can see him facing to the left. I think that's a farthing. That's really cool. You can just about see Britannia on this side. Yeah, two more coins, two more old coins, two more bits of Georgian history. Let's carry on. So that's where I just had those two coins. I've got another signal here, very similar. 80. I mean, how loud is that? Sensi FT, bang on 80, look. Well, it's a shame we didn't catch that on camera because when I opened it up, it literally came flying out. And have a look at this. Now that is a nice coin. I'm gonna give this a gentle clean and show you, but I can see a clear imprint of George II on there. It looks beautiful. Can you see him? Have a look at that. I'll put what it should look like next to it, and you'll be able to see what it should look like back in the day. But that is absolutely brilliant for one of them. Really, really chuffed with that. And have a look at the other side. You can even see the date. Look, 1750. That's 270 years old. That is absolutely extraordinary. Probably been sat there for 200 plus years. All three of them. Let's see if there's any more. Another signal here that I'm very fond of. 91, look. For comparison, Sensi FT, 89. If that's not a coin, then I don't know what is. Just there. George III halfpenny, 1806. That is my estimation of this. The weather up here is ludicrous. It's so windy. But we must prevail. Huh? Right in the middle of the plug. Oh, it's in here or whatever it is. It's getting smaller. Oh, there we go. So there's another little coin. Oh, is that George II again? Another battered little farthing, I think. Have a closer look at this because I'm unsure. Might even be a Charles II, or is it a Queen Anne? I'm not sure. Well, I'm really not sure. But look, there's letters to the 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock. I'm sure there's a left-facing monarch on there, but it's so difficult to tell what that is. Looking for some experts out there who can ID that. I really don't know. The other side is completely and utterly toasted. I'm really interested to know what that is. This is my next find. It's a little 4-hole button, and this is what it sounds like on relic mode. It's much smaller than the other things I've been digging, and so is the signal. I'm only picking it up from about 8 inches up. Right in front of this big marker stone, little squeaky 89, look. For comparison, Sensi FT, it's just picking it out, look, but all this iron. There's your iron. There's our find. There's more iron. That's what you get when you pay top money for a machine. See it? It's right there. What are we doing here? Where is it? Oh God. It's that. It's an animal tag. Number 81, isn't it? Aluminium. Bloody Nora. I'm just having a 5-10 minute break while having lunch. Sit on these big piles and try and plan where I'm going to detect next. I've had quite a good morning. Lots of old stuff, Georgian coins, the spindle wall, which is beautiful. Not a sniff of silver. Not a sniff of silver yet though, so maybe have another hour after this and see if we can find something cool. This is an interesting one. It is literally just a blip, but I'm getting a 75 in there. Sensi FT is picking it up as well. It's giving me a little squeak. Well, whatever it is, is there. 8-9 inches down that. It's in there somewhere, whatever it is. Ha, it's a little slither of lead from good 9-10 inches. It's impressive. Another absolute monster of a signal here. 84, look. Comparison, Sensi FT. That is crisp. For me, that's round, thick. Has to be a coin. It's a grey old cloudy day today. Complete opposite of what it was like last time I was here. Bright blue sky, sunshine, little fluffy clouds. But as long as it's not chucking down with rain, I don't care. I've opened that signal up and I've definitely got something around there. Kind of knew it was going to be a coin, didn't I? At least I think it's a coin. But look how crusty it is. It is completely crusted and toasted, isn't it? But it doesn't matter, it's another piece of Georgian history, possibly that the Georgian miners left behind. I'm liking this signal. I've got a 90. I'm literally stood right on top of these hills, right on top of these piles. A Georgian miner has left me a present here. Let's have a look. Let's have a look, see what we have. Silver coin. Oh, it's right here. I'm not sure what that is. Ugh, God. Is that a coin? Or is it a bloody button? Ah, it's a button. I don't believe it. The Georgian miner left me a button to go with all the other buttons I've had today. Ah! X marks the spot. Picked out this little beauty from the sky while doing a bit of B-roll. Just there, look, 80. Is that lead? For comparison, Sensi FT. Bang on 80 as well, look. It's small, whatever it is. I'm very interested. Good Lord, look at that. Absolute sucker punch. The tiniest, oh my God. Ugh. The tiniest of scrivet tops you'll ever see. Great signal, picked it out. Got to be 4 or 5 inches. But it's not what I want. So while I was in the field, I completely forgot to do my outro. So what can I say about big coils and deep settings? Are they really a thing? Do they really work? Do they really help? Will you find more? Or are they just a myth? Do they just hamper you? I'm not really sure. I'm not convinced, to be honest with you. It doesn't really matter what coil you use, what settings, as long as you're out there searching, having a good time, that's all that matters. Personally, I don't think I would have found anything differently if I'd been using the smaller coil and different settings. But over the space of 6 months, a year, you might find, you know, a few extra signals, a few extra nice old silver finds. But thank you for watching and see you on the next episode. A lot like my last visit here, the finds were old and the finds were unique. It's clear to see there's definitely history on this place. Really happy with the lead artifacts and the copper coins. Let's talk about this decorated spindle wall. It's absolutely stunning and a classic Derbyshire example of a decorated spindle wall. A real showpiece for any detectorist finds cabinet. I'd love to hear your expert opinions on this unique, strange lead item. Some sort of mould. I find quite a lot of these and I hear that they only come up in Derbyshire. I'm sure it's got something to do with lead mining. This was probably my favourite coin of the day. A little George II farthing, touched up with a bit of Renaissance wax. It's got that really old and nice look to it.